as the safe lane. Now we get to see the Doom as a safe lane, so they don't have that kind of traditional carry, and I wonder how it's going to favor them in this game.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen low skill play to Doom in the safe lane, so we Doom picker. I thought it was more about nice hero pool, that sort of thing coming through once again.
Practice morph. Yeah, I think he's practiced it, you know, little pleb, level 30.
Yeah.
This is
just a few practices.
Arguably his best hero, so I'm Rossi, yeah, right.
Liar.
That's
cap.
They gave him the ward as well. Very interesting. So, what do we make of this ward? Why are you putting a, like, deep lane ward here for the Morphling?
30 seconds.
Give me a second to think about that. I mean, I guess it's really important just to know the positioning of the Hoodwink, especially now that they might have seen that he's got the Blightstones, so you want to make sure that you're not getting caught out agi-morphed as he's walking around to try and make some sort of sneaky play. Okay. Also helps if you're able to just cut down a lot of these trees like he's doing to enable a lot of that vision. Just gives less trees for him to be able to latch onto with a bushwhack as well.
The battle begins.
Ooh. You know, I like
well done.
I mean, Mars hits this big power spike at level like 20, and you know, let's see if it even gets that late. But like, the extra 0.8 seconds on the stun, you can already see he's going the Meteor Hammer, so that's going to provide a surefire way to get a ton of lockdown into these fights, especially if he goes into that Aghanim Shard that we've seen, and you're just able to prevent heroes from joining the fight for the longest time.
I know we were mentioning the drop, but we do get to see that Dragonite ends up put in the mid lane, so he's already got the double bracer queued up, and as a result of this, he's just going to have a overwhelming amount of damage, which will make it difficult for Lorinov to be able to help CS in this lane. He did go Breathe Fire level 1. I see some Dragonites prefer the Dragon Tail to help secure some of the range creeps, and also maybe get denies as well.
You could still get denies off that row, right? It's still the damage reduction 30%, so even though the Ember Spirit's still able to hit, you're not hitting anywhere near as much as the DK that already has the right-click advantage by about 10 damage over you.
And I wonder what the skill build in particular is going to be for Lorinov, considering the Dragonite will have a bunch of armor, so maybe he doesn't want to put as much emphasis in the Slight. Maybe goes looking to max out the Flame Guard, maybe a couple points in the chains as well. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got a Hoodwink to be able to make plays with, so I wouldn't hate seeing 1 point in the chains, but I'm really expecting to see a few extra points in the Flame Guard this game, because that's where the majority of the damage is going to be coming super early on, and the DK doesn't really have too many ways to be able to contest that.
Wow, alright, sweet and strong. He's going to give out first blood, and as a result, gets a couple tips as well, so well, Pleb rewarded with that. Bounty of gold given over to him.
Nearly got that kill back if he wasn't on the mark with the... Oh, top lies. Looks like LeBron's used a fair amount of his regen once he got coming out. It's just the single clarity. So, I mean, CM, you build this for crushing the lane and then basically giving your carry a very solid start off the back of some first bloods. And, well, he's done that, but you got to keep the pressure up. You can't leave this Broodmother to have too free of a time.
Bottom lane, low skill. This carry Doom, he's going to go down as well. So,
is that a spear back into the tower?
I'm trying to take a look now. Yes, it looks like it was.
Okay. So
yes,
just a little bit of mispositioning. Maybe it was like a cookie forward by Alex to get him ahead with for the stun, and then just spear him back in. Whatever it was, Ancient tried once again having a really impressive laning phase, and they're going to go for more.
They're looking for it again. This time it's going to be onto the silence so they can keep him inside the range thanks to the God's Rebuke. And this is something we mentioned, Denog, towards at the end of the last game, that Ancient Tribe, 2 games in a row, their lanes in early game has been really on point, and already it's looking to be the case again. 3 kills in an early net worth lead.
Shouldn't stay for too much longer. Again, you've got the Doom. He's just used the Devour onto the, what do you even call that thing? Warpine Raider. So he's got the Seed Shot available now, and we'll be able to secure a few more of these last hits a little bit easier. So that's nice that you're not needing to put your body as much in harm's way to be able to get those range creeps. Bit of a trade. Morphling's the happiest one about that, although.
That he is. A minor thing as well, Kadara TP'd to the outpost to try and get the bounty, but Alex was able to pick it up before him, and well, with him TPing to the outpost instead of TPing mid to refill the bottle, it kind of feels a little bit awkward. I guess Sweet and Strong's now going to do that off the back of his death, so at least they'll get the refill. A little bit of damage in a Mobai too.
TP coming through from Alex, which I feel like they're not going to be too unhappy about. Sweet and Strong's going to try and do his best to keep him away, but gets the nice little deny off. Well, it seems a little bit like they're not on the same page. I really feel like Sweet and Strong felt like they had the damage potentially to be able to get that kill onto the Snapfire, considering how low he was in resources, but he's going to be able to just slither his way back down towards the bottom side. Do lizards slither?
Yeah. What? I'd say so, right?
Like a wiggle. Oh,
Again,
another
bottom
spear.
lane. Oh my.
He's running away.
She's going the other way.
Get me out.
Oh god. It's going to be a long trip around. I'm very impressed with how they're playing this bottom lane.
So he can't just cut his way through.
A good tango, I suppose.
Could he die?
He could die.
I mean, not getting farm is basically as good. That's exactly what Alex is doing.
Might get a kill though. At least can get close to the neutrals. Ooh. No, not going to be able to find the deny. Okay. It's nice for the... I mean, he's missing a lot of creeps though. Full wave that he's not going to be able to get. So, yes, you get the kill, but it's a lot of gold and experience not going your way in regards to the lane.
I mean, Mix is a full level ahead of him now. Making his way into that Meteor Hammer. Still fair ways away from that, but yeah. It's looking really solid for this Mars. All three lanes.
I like this TP mid. Mobai just hit the level 6. And Alex, he's going to be able to fall with the cookie as well. So even mid lane now. Looking pretty rough. They've still got the catapult. Uh-oh.
Going to be able to connect the rest of the wave too. Just get the chip damage in onto the tower. Why not? Who have they found here? Just looking to try and protect Alex a little bit. Supports help you out. You got to do the same. And what? Power rune top? Regen? Won't be able to claim it. Are they going to have... he's only about half a level away from the level 6, so probably don't have that same level of kill threat for the Ember. So hopefully for his sake that doesn't happen again, and he's going to be freed up to make a few plays elsewhere. But again, the question is, where can you make those plays? It's not like Broodmother does a crazy amount early on. Same sort of thing with the Doom, who Lowspill's been kind of bodied by Mister on this bottom side.
That he has. That he has indeed. I mean, he's got the Midas queued up here for low skill, but we're quite some ways away towards a recipe. Maybe they're going to look to try and unlock this Brood lane. Get that early tower, try and shove the Morphling back in the jungle. Of course, he's going to be okay with that, with going for the Morbid Mars. So, in fact, they're actually going to look for the kill aggressively onto Lies. And, oh, just the push. Sweet and Strong. He turned it back around. That is a huge individual play coming out from the Hoodwink.
Just able to pick that kill. It gives Lies a little bit of time to be able to heal himself back up. Get some of this farm uncontested. I don't think Sweet and Strong could go for this kill underneath the tower, and they do back off. Really looking to see how they look to make a play on this bottom side of the map, though. Especially before Low Skill hits up into that level 6 himself. Mixer maybe just wanting to wait for that Meteor Hammer to come out to him before popping the Arena of Blood. And they're actually going to force the Doom back to the jungle even before that with the Elder Dragon form in the mid lane.
Okay.
Nice done by Lorenoff, though, in mid. He made sure to drag the creep wave over to the right-hand side so that the creeps would be hitting the tower, just going uncontested. A lot of experience that you're losing, but you're losing even more of your map.
Bottom lane, Ixar. First use of the arena of the game, and they're going to have to damage for the kill onto Kadaro. They will with the Breathe Fire, but everyone's in some trouble. A Dragon Tail to hold him back for the moment, but Lorenoff, he can always run the nod over the top, but now they've got the experience for the Doom and Low Skill. He'll chuck it out onto Mixer, and this is a much-needed injection of gold and experience into PuckChamp's camp. Beautifully done from them. Great tower defense.
It was a great tower defense. I still want to give props to Lorenoff off the back of all of that, because he's the one that made that play to pull the creep wave to the side. It made Alex TP to mid lane because they didn't want all of that experience to go by, and then he makes the move bot. So you've got the outnumber, no support TP able to come back to you, and they're able to get you know, a couple of kills was looking really bad off the back of that laning stage.
Yeah, they've stabilized this game now. Like low skill, that's you're happy with putting the Doom on cooldown. With such a long cooldown, you get a guaranteed kill, getting you closer towards your Midas. So you might see them just go back down to bottom. I mean, Mobi's already here with Elder Dragon form up shortly, but you've at least defended the tower when we were not expecting them to do it successfully. Interesting. Mobi's got Midas queued up, so looking to try and scale here for the Dragonite.
I guess they're not worried about the late game.
Is he in trouble?
Ron's actually backing him up this time, though. He'll be fine.
Oh, that bounce.
Bounces 4 times, man, for 100 damage. It's too much.
15 cooldown. Good old seed shot.
I wish it was called Nut Shot instead. That would be even better. That's real devastating. What kind of damage is that? It's not physical. Worse than pure damage.
It's most outlandish stuff coming out of your mouth. Oh, it's only 2 a.m. as well. Jesus, wait till it's like 5.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a couple hours.
It gets much worse.
All right, we do have some more power runes coming up shortly. See both sides starting to make their rotation over to try and secure. Looks like it will be a DD, and they might be able to pressure mid now. They still got that Elder Dragon form. I'd love to see all the supports start to rotate. Look at the backstab, though. Lies and Sweet and Strong looking to get involved as well. The trail of webs and spiders get into the middle, but Mixer just holds him into place. A point-blank mortar kiss is couple of ultimates, and Lies is gone, and Kandaro might be dead as well. The damage of the time. Not enough for the gloves, but importantly, though, might give them an opening now to get some damage into the tier 1.
Sweet and Strong has to be a little bit careful there. Got scouted out by the melee creep. Still keeping this creep wave in a pretty solid space. Again, the siege creep is alive. You've got the DD, but again, Sweet and Strong really feels like the standout for mine from PuckChamp so far. He got an unexpected kill in his lane. He was able to escape a lot of the damage. Sure, he's died a couple of times, but I feel like he's doing everything he can to mend the damage that Ancient Tribe's solid play has done.
And Sweet and Strong is a very, very gifted player. We haven't seen him too often in the scene. I mean, really, his first big stint, of course, was on Na'Vi, but he's a very high-ranked player on the EU servers, so it's going to be expected in multiple games for him to kind of make these plays, and we might see it again onto Mixer. Nice Quelling Blade cut.
Yeah. He knew it was coming.
Trying to get a smoke out for PuckChamp. Lorinov just to jump over to the Crystal Maiden. LeBron, ambitious freezing field, but I know look to use it. They're looking to wrap around, though. Right with the backstab. Is he going to be able to find with the Dragon Tail? Kadaro's not going to mess around, wanting to try and use the ultimate to help Lorinov escape. But as a result, Kadaro will still be killed off. So it's a pretty big ultimate expended.
It is. I mean, I was kind of expecting them to use that in combination together with the Doom. You know, he's got his Devour maxed out almost. He's got the Scorched Earth maxed out. He's got the Doom available, and not too many heroes are going to run away from that.
The kill with the combo out to Alex. It looks like they will trade the life for Sweet and Strong. Unfortunately for Lorinov, he got the regen denied in his face, but it looks like you will get a refill from the silencer, though, TPing back in.
I feel like that's happening a lot this series, just runes denied in the face.
Yeah. Well, we've seen both sides put a lot of emphasis on trying to secure those runes. Been pretty impressed so far.
Pleb's gone for a very, very deep dive here.
They form up in a couple of seconds. Kadaro's going to try and step into the tree line.
Sure, why not? If you're able to get the kill. Just wanted to back up his DK as well. Gotta love them repping the SEA voice lines as well, the Army Geniuses ones.
They've got some incredible voice lines. It's only deserving. Top lane, there's also some action going on. Kisses onto Lies. Oh, Mixer was able to get the meteor to cancel the TP, but Lies might be able to get to the tree line. Cook at the last second stops him short before he's just able to escape on away. Couple kills across the map.
I'm wondering if this is a game where Lil Pleb likes going into the Aghanim Scepter still. Like, there's not amazing spells to be able to take. Like, Ember Spirit feels kind of nice, but not Aghanim Scepter worthy, right? But against the Doom, it can often feel nice just to have that 40% status resistance, so that if you do get doomed, or if you do get global silenced, it really doesn't feel that bad at all.
No, I like that call a lot. I was thinking maybe he might consider about a Lincoln's. I mean, Manta has so much value this game versus still the silence and the chains. I wonder if he feels the Lincoln's is required going up against the Doom. Sometimes we see the Morphling go for it first item, but maybe that Scepter just might be enough. You might not even need it. Mixer and LeBron in combination together. Beautiful spear angle. We'll see the global silence come out to prevent the freezing filth for LeBron, and now the Doom's going to find an angle to turn it back around, but with Mobai here, it'll hold him into place, and LeBron will be able to follow with the damage. Now Kadaro.
All right.
Ambitious
Not sure what
TP.
that's
No
all
one
about.
else was
Blink Dagger on
there to-
the Ember, potentially? No. Mobai doesn't have any boys to be able to back himself up. Probably just look to defend this tower on his own. But, I mean, that's no global. That's no Doom. They can look to make plays all around the map. Complete freedom.
This is looking really scary. They've got a lineup on PuckChamp that needs to have control of the early game, and Dire are going to scale. Like, Mixer is doing very well in net worth. This DK hasn't been punished for his Midas. This hero late game is incredible when you get that Scepter, even potentially some extra items afterwards. Manta, Satanic, I mean, probably both of them, considering again with the Dispel like we mentioned with the Morphling. So this is not good signs for PuckChamp.
Scary boy, for sure.
O skill?
Again,
The stun. Is there anyone
no
nearby
global.
to cancel the kisses? And they're not. Lorenov is going to attempt to go on over the top, but it's a little bit too late. And now he's got to be cautious. They're just not in fighting shape yet on PuckChamp. Sweden Strong's going to try and move on over, but he too is lacking the damage. So things are not going right in the camp of PuckChamp.
No, indeed. I mean, this is what happens when you first pick a Broodmother. We talk about first phase Broodmother is fine, but you got to make sure that you've got the potential to protect it. And, well, the CM certainly made the lane not quite so good. They got those early kills onto it as well. And even this Mars is going to make life a lot more challenging as they go for a smoke up towards where Lies is farming. He's got something coming out to him, I believe, but it looks like he might be in a little bit of danger. Let's see if... Oh, they don't even have a scan. You can see they're slowly edging forward.
Does he just
there we
blind
go.
Arena?
They know it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get vision of him now. Beautifully done. Mixer again. Really being on point. They're going to give him the tip as well before he dies. Hang on, don't be too early with your tips. They will still be able to chase him down though. Still doesn't matter. He lost. Oh no, he did get his pipe delivered.
I mean, Mars is such a great counter to the Brood for all the reasons that I mentioned during the draft, right? You don't want to buy the BKB. You could, I mean, when low skill plays the Brood 1, he does actually buy it, so maybe that would have been an option
It's a different
for them.
story
But,
though.
yeah.
Like you're a right-clicking Brood. You don't want to get controlled in fights. Sweden Strong. Gonna run to the snap fire, but the damage follow-up's not going to be there. In fact, Mobai's going to look to leap into the middle. Some of the ultimates are on cooldown for Dire, but now they're going to have to Morphling consider about showing up. It's not going to be enough, though. They'll turn around with a global silence, slow skill. Still looking to try and find the Doom target, but he wants out of this team fight. He will be able to escape off the back of getting the kill onto the Dragon Knight, but Mixer looking for some revenge. The chains will hold them into place, making sure he doesn't find an angle for the spear, and Lil Pleb we won't be able to kill off Kadaro as well, so finally something is going to go right for PuckChamp.
They did have to use the Doom for that one. I saw low skill wind it up a couple of times, but still wants to keep a few bullets in the chamber for himself. He wants to make sure that they're not just going to be completely free to run at them. You can see as soon as he shows on that bottom side of the map, the pings start to instantly come out. LeBron just wanting to keep tabs onto the Doom. What's up?
I was just going to say, this is kind of one thing that we haven't particularly mentioned so far, is that Kadaro with Global Silence has been, it's a very long cooldown. We've seen him, he hasn't really been using it in team fights, but this can be a combo breaker, like to disrupt the Kisses damage and potentially disrupt the freezing field inside the Mars Arena. Something we haven't seen yet, but something we do kind of need to keep tabs on for the next kind of upcoming fights.
I guess so, but the thing is, I feel like that's more of a factor for the super early ones, and you're going to have enough damage coming out off the back of these BKBs that Mixer And Mobile
Top
going
lane.
for Swing Strong's getting gone on a little bit here, but he still feels pretty healthy to me underneath that tier 2 tower.
No, Mobile's actually going to look to get the jump. Daro pinging out the ward on the higher ground, so it's a lot of vision for Dai to play with. Lorinov feels strong, though. He's actually going to look to wrap on over. Very nice bushwhack. Finds a connection onto the Crystal Maiden. They're looking to dance around the fight, but now with mixed green, they'll get the spear, and that's enough. All they needed was one stun, and Ember's gone in a low skill. Forced to pop a BKB, and again, TP out.
Blink spear.
So can he find another angle? It's been incredible on the Mars so far this game, but maybe stepped a little bit too far forward, but Mobai and the boys are still here to clean up the mess. Little pleb considering about going under the tier 2 tower, but we'll pay some respect this time.
Another thing I really love about that Mars is that it enables the Morphling so much, right? Morphling never wants to be the first one into a fight unless someone's in a horrible position, which this is pro Dota. Players are never in horrible positions. There's like less than ideal, but not horrible. And you just need someone like a Clockwork or a Mars with a blink or a DK with a blink to be that person to lock a squishy hero down so that he can just come in, waveform, right-click, shotgun, dead.
Is Doom ever going to get to this stage where we're going to fill the priority that they've given to him as a position 1?
I don't think so, personally. Like, and even if he does, I feel like you've got... By that stage, you'll have answers for it, right? Like, you can have multiple 4-staffs, for example, to be able to get you out of an AoE Doom. You can get Lincolns for the individual Doom. You can get the Ags that I was talking about on the Morphling. And Morphling is the one that you're concerned about. And whoever's not getting doomed, you're going to have a farmed DK with that Midas off the back of it as well.
Yeah. Well, low skill at least. He does have this blink now getting delivered, so let's see. Probably going to look for a smoke on PuckChamp. You've got one on Kadaro. Lorinov would love to have a BKB, but he's still so far away from the Ember.
They really want to make something happen with this Doom plus Global Silence combination. The Blink BKB has been used defensively up until now. They really want to find someone on the aggressive. And they're going to see that the Scorched Earth was hitting that creep wave, so he backs off. It's just more time that you're going to get to farm. Going into the Skadi as well on Little Pleb. Going to be some nice value as well. Slowing down these heroes when they try and run away, even if they do choose to go down that BKB route.
Radiant are scanning.
Smoke up themselves. They got a pretty good ward up top by the small camps, giving them a lot of information to play with.
Positioning by Kadaro.
Yeah, it's going to be able to pop the smoke. Can they reset their position, though? Lorenov's actually going to jump into the river. The Global Silence setting them up. Low skill with the follow-up as well. They'll get the Doom onto the Mars, and they should have the damage to bring him down, but Lil Pleb's going to be enabled inside the team fight. Not much that the Morphling has to be worried about it, but it looks like Ancient Tribe are on full retreat. Snapfire's going to be cleaned up, but still Lil Pleb is okay for the moment. Waveform over the top. They've got the first stun. Is there going to be a follow-up? It needs to be perfect with the War Stomp, and it is. Well done, PuckChamp. They find 4 in the end. They got 4 kills. My oh my. I thought they only got a couple, but they're going to look to try and take Roast off the back of it. What an incredible fight from them.
They're really punishing some of that aggressive movement coming through from Ancient Tribe. If they have BKBs on their 2 other cores, then they're going to be just fine. You're not going to give up that life quite so easily. It was really just the power of the Infernal Blade once again. It's maxed out against these really tanky heroes. Solid positioning by Kadaro to be able to pop that one, and then he gets off an amazing Global Silence. They just zone in onto these heroes that are going to be able to deal with them super early. You see, he just turns his back, says, you know what, Mars, you're going to die anyway.
Coming though, and the respawns aren't long.
Well,
Mixed good with the initiation in, but the arena's pretty on point. But they're going to be able to pick up the Aegis here from Lorinov. Looks like Doom still will go down nonetheless, as Mobite is now looking to try and catch up for more, but they might be able to get lives, and they will. Okay. Just the spear before he's able to TP out, so it's another member of PuckChamp that's going to go down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, you didn't ideally want that to go to Lorinov, but they'll take it. It would have been an absolute disaster to give up the Aegis as well, but Well, they're able to get a lot from that, right? Not just the 3 kills, but also a bunch of experience. There's a 4K experience change going in favor of Ancient Tribe off the back of that Roshan last hit. Really been impressed with Mix's play on this Mars. Not something that he plays in the recent times, but he's been making it work.
It was really unknown for me coming into this series was how Mixer was going to be able to perform, but I think this has been more than you could ever ask for with this Mars showing so far. It's been very, very solid, and they've put themselves in a position where you've got a 10k lead. It's now giving Lil Pleb enough time to get the goal towards that Skadi. It's going to be PuckChamp that are looking to try and make another play, though. Smoked up as 3. Where's the angle for them?
Get a D-ward off. Alex thinks twice about going in once again. He's just finished up the Glimmer Cape for himself, and he's going into a 4-staff. Pleb's not taking any chances, wanting to get the Aghanim Shard nice and early, realizing that, you know what, I've got the man to deal with the Global Silence. If I get doomed, I get doomed. I've got a Glimmer Cape. I've got a 4-staff to save me. And it's really just about any sort of stuns. I want to make sure that I've got the strength mob for that.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feeling like the timing's starting to be a bit of an issue here for PuckChamp, right? It just need to get more out of this lineup.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm just trying to think when that's going to happen. Like, Boots of Travel on Doom and Octarine doesn't really change the way that you're going to take team fights, right? It means you can fight slightly more often, but if the enemy team's ahead of you, do you even want to fight, or do you just want to try and continue to outgreed them? Lies, he's almost got the Guardian Greaves, so you've got that coming for you, but it's still not even 2 pieces of the Aghanim Scepter and Lorinov picked up. So yeah, I'm still struggling to see when they can look to make something happen. Honestly, it feels like Sweden Strong off the back of the Aghanim Shard may be the big thing that they're waiting for.
Sweden Strong.
Sure, but it's a Aghanim Shard Morphling.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This means he can get away with not going the Lincolns potentially.
I don't know if there's ever going to be a threat of this late game, like, double Doom.
That's real late.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm looking for. I'm trying to see if I'm missing something of this potential where they might have a bit of a timing, but you could just mass by Lincolns. I'm trying to see a response because I'm still very concerned. Like, I don't like the status quo of this game for PuckChamp. So probably saying 85% for Dire, and well, they might be able to get a kill onto Doom as well. Mobile and Lil Pleb in combination together. Let's go gets the BKB off, but it's gonna do nothing.
Yep, and that was with a pipe and a mech helping him out. Like you said, pops his own BKB, so now it's down to 6 seconds after all the times that he used it for defensive purposes, and yeah, it's just becoming easier and easier for Ancient Tribe to start walking it down towards the PuckChamp base. Really feels like their upcoming items are just so much more impactful, right? Like, they still haven't got a BKB up on this Morphling, so that's going to be another way to be able to, you know, avoid a lot of this. You don't need to necessarily save the Manta style for the Global Silence. You could use it for other purposes. Dragon Knight, of course, getting into the Aghanim's Scepter shortly, already more than halfway there. He'll have his level 20 as well, so plenty of ways to be able to siege. You would assume the Manta style's coming after that. Mars, he's 3.5 levels away from his level 20, but I talked about the power spike already with that, plus the Meteor Hammer, plus the Aghanim Shard. So I honestly think that they can afford to be a little bit greedy here on Ancient Tribe. Just trying to bait LeBron here on the creep wave. See if they can get someone to make an aggressive move with Mixer there to back him up, but, well, they don't need it. Seems like no one's playing on this bottom side of the map, and they go for a smoke on PuckChamp.
Lies is not going to be with them. They're down the Broodmother for this attempt.
2 seconds left on the Aegis.
Mixer first. They see LeBron in the lane. Is that really the person you want to start the fight on? But try and get the counter jump. They're not going to be on the mark with their spear. That's going to cost the Mars his life, and now with the Doom turnaround as well. DK silence for the moment. Looks like he's going to be able to reset his positioning. Just got the BKB before the ultimate from Low Skill, but Sweden Strong still in pursuit. Can they take the fight? Still 3 on 5. Alex finds a great cook here, catching out Sweet and Strong by himself. In the end, 2 for 1. PuckChamp will just come out on top.
You think that's enough? I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, do you care? You don't really. Like, the Doom Force, Global Force, who cares, man?
Yeah. Arena, lower cooldown as well, so by the time he respawns and is able to be in a position to want to use it again towards the tier 2 towers of PuckChamp, it'll be up and available once more. No Global, no Doom. It's rough.
And for the Doom, he's only level 17 as well. I mean, this is again, position 1 Doom, and very early Midas. You love to have that 20 talent with the minus 35-second Doom cooldown combination with the Octarine, but still quite some time away. In fact, Lil Pleb, he's already level 20, so of course have that waveform attacks targets. I wonder if they can look to protect this ward. It's a pretty good ward they've got set up where Kadari is placed at the moment. Ugh.
How much do you give up for that purpose, though?
Yep.
There we go. Aghanim Scepter for Mobai. Almost is level 20. They're just going to look to rally around Lil Pleb for now. With the last hit onto the tower, he's almost got enough for his BKB as well. So they are...
Well, Force Love even forward, breaking the tree. Mobai's going to be able to get the stun. Meanwhile, Lies as well, controlled from Mixer. Once again, the Mars going to be on point with his Arena, catching up with Rude Mother.
Spinally's doing their best to try and take the mid tier 1 tower. They might be successful, although LeBron, how good's the micro? Not good enough. Oh,
Jesus, dude, 2 spiders and he ulted. What a man. It's 30 minutes in and they haven't taken this tier 1 mid with a Brood.
Yeah. That's what playing with Dandy will do to you. You get a little bit of the cloud factor in you. Oh, even a DD bot. As if they needed more stuff to be able to close out this game.
And they've got a pretty good ward as well. Scouts are 2 heroes at the moment. That's a almost suicide attempt to try and deny the DD, but Lorinov, he wants in as well. A lot of damage coming out early for the Ember onto both the supports. He's lacking the mana though. Is the BKB going to be enough to cover his TP? It's not. Pleb. The last second. Lorinov, he did as much as he could with that freshly completed Scepter. Almost got a second kill on the support, but in the end it just was not enough. And Pleb, he timed the chains perfectly.
All right, no cheating. Guess what Lorinov's KDA is?
4 to 6?
10, 3, and 4.
Oh, wow.
The man is having a really good game on this Ember Spirit, despite the fact that, again, he wasn't set up success off the back of that lane. Like, you just do not win Ember Spirit against DK matchups unless there's something really, funny going on in terms of, like, some mid-rotations or, like, 5 bottle refills or that sort of thing happening. So the fact that he's still been able to make this much of a game, and you got to make those hero plays happen, right? He almost got 2 kills and got away, but sometimes it just doesn't work out completely.
Yeah. And I love that they further enabled the Dragon Knight and made this matchup difficult for the Ember, where
again.
It's almost same spot that he died previously.
He really wants that mid-tier 1 tower. The damage that LeBron has done with that freezing field. It's not just the actual tower damage, it's the mental damage.
And it's definitely weighing on them that this lineup is well and truly missed its mark. Mobai already looking for more.
Ooh, he actually connects onto Sweet and Strong. Did you see that meme about Hoodwink when you finally catch her?
Yes, I did. What, the hand around
the rat?
Yeah. That was a good one. Another one that I got baited by was an April Fool's one. The G2 roster.
Oh, you were actually baited by that?
I got baited for like a little bit, a good couple of hours. I did actually. I was very excited. I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. All right, it's April Fool's. Dude, I was actually so excited for that roster. I'm like, G2 finally
KP,
doing it.
Jerax, who else?
Yapsaw and who was there? Wait,
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking you.
Who was there too? It was a very popular 2. I can't remember
Miracle.
now. That's it. Yes, thank you. Man, what a lineup. What a lineup in G2
That
and
will
Dota.
never be.
Oh, that'd be such a cool lineup. Regardless, yes, I got baited by that. I was a little bit sad. I was sad. Now this was afterwards when I knew it was April Fool's. I saw the thread about OG and OG swapping rosters next to it, but yeah, I got for like 5 minutes got baited, but it's okay.
That was
wasn't that
before
silly that
OG
time.
had their like miracle comeback
Yes.
multiple series in a row.
Man, what the hell was that? Like, what was that? Oh my lord! I'm
the OG magic.
almost. It is the OG magic. I'm closing in on finishing game 3 of that series. Haven't finished it just yet.
You're still
get to see
watching
it
it?
again.
It's on your
Yeah,
fourth
yeah.
monitor.
Yeah, I want 4 monitors. That would be very nice to have. The luxury. Three's
Really want to get this Doom up to level 20 if they can. They've already got the Octarine. They want the reduced Doom cooldown, but they're looking to not give them the chance. Aegis for another 4 minutes. Just putting the Morphling on the front lines. Kind of surprised they're backing off, to be honest. I mean, they could look to buy out the Manta style now on the DK, which seems like they're doing, but they're not actually sieging the high ground. So they're giving them these chances to hit these tiny little timings. Doom now only 82.5 second
do it.
cooldown.
Don't do it. Oh, he did it. They're coming. They're coming over. Is he going to be fast enough to get the kill and get out afterwards as well? He's going to try and get some life still back, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive, and skill will escape. So that was, of course, with the 20 talent. So Doom, only 65 seconds now.
It's something, you know, you got to try and stall. I mean, do you stall this out? Maybe if they could get the Scythe of Vice on Lice, right? And you get a really aggressive morph that he doesn't instantly use the BKB for, then, you know, full Agi morph, you get Scythe of Vice, you can't use the strength game morph despite having the Aghanim shard, and you take him down. I think that's their only shot, and I don't think they're going to look to want to give them many more avenues to be able to make that sort of thing happen. DK just
Not at all.
5 seconds away from the Elder Dragon form as well.
Let's see how they're going to be able to mount the defense. Need to just stall this one out. 20 seconds. Very close to that cookie getting the connection. And unfortunate, but Mobile now. Elder Dragon form back up, so just going to be the slow siege of the illusions.
Just, yeah, get that dot ticking up on multiple towers. Why not? Completely safe as well, throwing the illusion in there. Just going to hit the range racks, unhealable damage. Oh well.
So there's another minor, a very, very late game, but Doom break as well. With that refresher for Mobile, he probably dies with the Doom on him as well.
How many 4-stars we got though? One,
Yeah,
two.
that's a very good point.
Snap could also. Do they have any kind of
Cookie.
cast range things on Snap? Yeah, you can cookie. You've got a psychic headband that you could look to give over to the Snap as well for the gobble up range.
Yep. It's like a minor opportunity. Very later on though. That's
Yeah.
something that he's got refresher
look for
coming
everything.
out.
I know.
Double Doom. All right, they need a ward though.
Just walking around
Way to
with
grant them information.
dust
Smoke's gonna
available.
pop. Able to get the jump in. LeBron's in some trouble at the moment. The Global Silence going to get laid down as well. But there's the first tomb. This time it's onto the Dragon Knight. He's going to be okay for the moment. Lil Pleb, though. No concerns for him. Lincoln's given over with the BKB activated. Lil Pleb won't want to continue chasing forward. So in the end, PuckChamp get one kill. It results in a couple of ultimates expended. But the Crystal Maiden will buy back as well.
I mean, they used a lot, right? Sure, you use
Yeah.
the Global Silence. You're not going to have that. They won't have seen the refresher potentially. There was so much chaos that they might not have looked at the items, and now you've just finished up the Aghanims as well on the Snapfire. So maybe you get like a big toss in onto, I would assume, Mars. He's got BKB available still.
It should be no excuse for them to not to know. You saw him in the fight. Now you can click on him and
I guess, yeah, the new stuff.
which is, I don't know if I like that still, but anyway,
It's in the game.
let's see if let's see if they want to try and hold this 25 seconds. Do you give up the full set or do you try and go? It's the
think
call
if
here
you
for
can-
PuckChamp.
I think that you got to give it up. I think you want to have double Doom.
Yeah.
don't want to be refreshing right now.
We're looking up
Still
the
gonna
Lincolns
give
as
him
well.
some
Gonna
respect.
mix it.
And well, that's Elder Dragon form gone, so they're going to be playing a little bit scared, not wanting to make instant use out of that that gobble up coming through, just using the Meteor Hammer to do the dirty work.
Oh, this could be crafty. Sweet and strong. Looks like they potentially got a glimpse of him somehow. To scan the tree line. He's going to drop a ward. There is a gem on Dire, I believe. Yeah, Mixer's the one holding that, so just looking to back on out, though. Maybe another nice little thing is the fact that Kadara's next level is going to be able to find that level 15 talent. So minus 20 seconds in the global silence, because we are very much getting to the stage where cooldowns is going to be the pivotal thing here for PuckChamp.
So I'm just looking
Still
at
got that
this.
ward.
Oh. It's like, oh, they've got the quickening charm available on the Dragon Knight, so plenty of chances to use that Elder Dragon form. He's going into the Octarine as well after this, just to basically have
fast is Mixer?
enough time.
Can they get the Lincolns as well to protect him? Global silence is out. They get some more kills off the back of this, and Dai do a really good job to reset the position. To the north, though, Sweet and Strong. He's been able to scurry away as well.
Still got
As
the
a
racks,
result, though, we're able to find that full set of barracks, but it was the illusions that were able to go for the finishing blow. So, Ancient Tribe, happy with that they've got him. Probably going to look to address their lanes and maybe play this one a little bit more safe and wait for that next Roche, which could potentially be up in a minute 30. You know, it's a bank to make as well, with a triple bounty still waiting for them.
Not too often that you see a silencer at this stage of the game being the one holding the Elven Tunic as well. Like, I guess some of it is just to potentially get a little bit of that evasion to save yourself and enable the global silence to go off. But, I mean, they got some decent attack speed, right? He's got the Boots of Bearing just freshly picked up. Not too many better options, I suppose.
This could be a big ward here for Sweet and Strong. If they can catch Pleb off guard, Low Skill's going to try and find the angle. Very difficult for them to start, and looks like they somehow got a read of what's going on. Low Skill's still going to charge in, but he's off the mark with a stun. Might be in some trouble now. Oh, he got very greedy with not popping BKB, and as a result, Doom's going to be killed off 70 seconds without him. Might be able to catch up the Sweet and Strong as well. Pleb's going to make the attempt.
Look at Laurenov, though. He just wants to deal with this mid lane. Alex has got an eye on him. He really wants to try and take him out if possible, but Laurenov making sure that even though you give up that kill onto the Doom...
No way.
No
way. Oh, they got him.
Took all 3 cores to do it, though. That freaking squirrel.
Fast is that respawn going to be? They're not even going to care. A little bit of time LeBron once again. Freezing field. It's the last game onto the Ancients. Why not? Pick up his farm.
It's a good farming tool.
Yes.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
More than likely, second full set of barracks. No Doom buyback. They might be able to poke mid as well. They push incredibly fast. Is this Megas?
Could be. 5 seconds on Elder
Loba
Dragon
even
form.
jumps in. Looking to try and target down Kadaro. He's going to buy back and he's going to be able to rejoin. Does turn their attention to... How do you get the start, though?
They're all up if they
Using a
want to be.
couple of remnants. There we go. There's the initiation. Low Skill. Stun to 2 and they get the Doom as well to the Dragon Knight, but they're standing strong. Low Skill is almost going to go down. He gets the double ultimate out at least before he dies, and this time it's onto the Morphling as well. So Laurenov, he can Remnant over the top. Morphling's not dead just yet, but the attribute shift, is it enough to keep him alive? Finally, the finishing blow comes off. A big kill for PuckChamp to find, and they can chase down Mixer as well. So PuckChamp hold the base. 1 barracks left standing for them in between the mega creeps, but that was a very, very difficult fight.
A very difficult fight, a desperate play. Roshan just about to spawn, and, well, Brood will be the one to scout it out. What's it got? It's got the Aghanim, so that's pretty decent. You know, you could look to give that one over to the Doom. I'm not sure if they can or not. Larenov's just trying to influence the lanes as much as he can, and it looks like Lies wants to commit for it. I mean, really good targets, like I was saying. Give it over the Doom. That Aghanim's grouping up in an AoE and just getting chain controlled feels like their only way of winning these fights, right? It was a really good double bushwhack that went through from Sweden Strong that time. They got the double doom off as well. They're going to need about 3 more of those fights, it feels. Lane's constantly pressuring in towards their base.
So who are we considering with the Scepter? Now for PuckChamp?
Gotta be Doom.
Doom? Okay.
Maybe the Brood, but probably
He's
not.
still only 21. Oh my... Dude. He hasn't gained a level in... How... What? He has died in the past couple of fights, so not getting that experience, but... And you're really hoping this guy gets that 25, but it's going to take quite some time now.
It's not just the net worth that gets affected by not being able to leave the base, it's the experience as well. And you know, low skill is Exhibit A for that one. And Lorinov, he just needs to refill his mana. You can see that low skill wanted to go for a play, but you could use that ninja gear as much as you want. If you've got the Scorched Earth going, they're going to know that you're trying to make some sort of sneaky play. And, well, I like the fact that PuckChamp are playing around their vision, but I'm sure that Ancient Tribe knows that this is the area that's most likely to have some level of understanding. So they're just going to play on the bottom side of the map as much as they can. They go for a smoke away from that obvious ward and see if they can find a pick-off. Low skill would be a great one.
That he would indeed. Great reactions out of the BKB, but is still in a lot of trouble. Look at the damage coming out from Pleb. This is going to buy back, but they still got the ward on the cliff as well, so they'll even catch up, Lies. Another death for PuckChamp. Both these heroes have a buyback, but you're going to be forced to use it pretty much instantly with this last barracks being vulnerable.
They're even going to be able to snag that gem from the high ground as well. Snapfire picking it up, and well, again, it's going to need to be
strong. Nice glimmer. The buyback's coming out instantly as well. Arena used defensively. Low skill's going to try and find an angle into the middle with a self-doom, but he's not going to see the opening. Lorinov still wanting to try and play around with Ancient Tribe, but great retreat coming out from Dyer. Look at that.
Look at the split.
I mean, that is a picture perfect retreat from them.
Yep. I think they learned a lot from their previous attempt onto the high ground, right? The only reason that didn't go well for them is that they grouped up on top of each other. This time around, a full-on delta split, going 5 different directions, and we'll see what happens. None of them actually die. And it's as well off the back of 2 buybacks coming through. They really are putting so much on Lorinov, though, aren't they? He's level 25, he's got the Ags and the Shard and the Aegis, so they really want him to just create a ton of havoc.
I wonder how Doom's going to continue to use the ultimates in these fights, because one thing with using that self-Doom is that, I mean, they have multiple Force Staffs on Dyer and Cookie to help them get out of range of that AoE Doom. So
they got 2 Lincolns. You have to, unfortunately. That's just the reality of the situation.
Unfortunately, yeah. It'd be ideal if you can pop them, but with the chaos in late game Dota, it's going to be very difficult to find that opening. So we're now at a stage where low skill, with that buyback being forced out, is going to have to go into the Eontis to act as that little bit of protection. Second life almost.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering, like, yes, they're going to be able to force stuff away, so is it worth... I know it's... If you die, you lose, but do you go boots of travel just so that you can actually stick on the target that you want? That plus the 25% increased movement speed from the Scorched Earth means that you can chase down basically anyone. They're just pinned inside of it right now.
They're gone outside the base. Lincoln's popped early on. Self-Doom again from low skill, very far away, but he's going to be able to get the jump this time onto the Snapfire. So not a core they're looking to take out of the fight, but they should be able to get the kill. A heavy commitment from PuckChamp. How can they look to set themselves up for another round? Low skill once again, popping the refresher, trying to get in the middle, but it's the Ember that's caught out for the moment. Lorenov's still okay. They'll find the opening in the Mars. He's going to go down, but now Lil Pleb looking for some revenge. The BKB activated, but he'll use this one to retreat. They're still on the hunt, though, Lorinov. He doesn't have the greatest mana pool. Couple of remnants still to work with. Got to be cautious about the base as well. The creeps are starting to get in. LeBron with the TP out. He'll make it. Lorenov is able to find the chains.
And they got to get back. That's the thing. Most of the time, off the back of 2 kills where they don't have buyback, you're wanting to push these lanes out, but they just can't. They can't do it. And they've only got 20 seconds left on this Aegis as well, Lorenov. So, you know, he's doing a lot. He's trying to create as much space, havoc, allow the Doom to get in. And I feel like that's the right target, right? The hero that has the Glimmer Cape, the Force Staff, the Gobble Up, the Cookie, you got to take out the Snapfire. So, might not feel great to use a Doom on a support, but I don't think you have any other options.
Another silver lining, I suppose, the fact that Low Skill was able to stay alive throughout that fight. So gets 23. A lot of experience. Yep, so he's getting closer. I hope they give him the tome as well at the 50-minute mark. But it's still going to be probably a couple more fights until he's going to find that 25 talent. But let's give him some time for the buybacks to come off cooldown as well. Still a little bit away, 4 minutes on cooldown for Low Skill.
So he ended up buying the Aeon Disc first, but then he's going into that Boots of Travel afterwards. So I like it. Again, it's just about latching onto that target and never letting go, basically. They are standing right on top of this vision, by the way. Does anyone have a gem? Or any wards? Like, Lies is on top of Ancient Tribe Vision. There we go.
Yeah, where are the gems? No one's holding a gem right now. Are they inside the base? Dai got 2 inside the base. Okay.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Who needs a gem?
Little pleb last game. I still want that number. I still want to know how many things he destroyed.
Unfortunately, we do not have that technology, but one day, maybe.
It feels like PuckChamp are waiting for a mistake to come from Ancient Tribe. You know, that was what got them back into that first game. Maybe they want a big Roche fight. They don't have the greatest Roche fight potential. Like, you're going up against Mars ulti, DK that's able to go over cliffs, Mortimer's Kisses, Freezing Field. These are all areas that thrive in that enclosed area. But that melee Rax is still standing. What can we say?
Yep. And it is.
Bit by bit. You're going to have Devour plus Midas use by Low Skill if you're really wanting to. He's a little scared that some of these DK illusions might just be real. Ooh. Run, little squirrel.
Very... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, very intrigued that they still aren't playing with the gem on Dai, but Mixer picked it up. All going to come down to information for PuckChamp. Find that opening. Very surprised at the fact that we still have a ball game here. I mean, the probability is not getting any better. Net worth is maybe a little bit surprised that it's only 15,000, but you're still playing from behind, PuckChamp. You know, don't seem out of it, which is very interesting. It's a weird feeling this game has right now.
It feels like they're hanging on for dear life. You know, it's not like they've got a solid chance, but you know, if everything goes their way, they know where the Doom is. By the way, they've still kept these observer wards up on the top side, so they saw him use the ninja gear up towards the top side. I wonder if they're going to look to group up and go together and try and pick him off. They put the Morphling first because he's by far the tankiest.
That's a big item. He just completed Nullify as well for Little Pleb, so going to be able to address some of the Aeon Dis. The Force Staffs as well, so you know, we'll see how that's going to be able to come into play.
Just feels like another standoff. Not right outside the Roche pit, but seems pretty clear that that's at least what Ancient Tribe are waiting for. They don't want to be in a position to throw away this game. Keep them busy with defending. Keep a tab on when that Roche is respawning, and then look to claim it. It's gotten to the period of the game where they can take it fairly quickly at this stage.
And importantly, those buybacks are coming up as well very shortly for the Doom and the Broodmother. They are both currently lacking gold, but they will both be up in 40 seconds. See if they're going to be able to farm that gold. Very important for this next team fight.
They're going to use these spiderlings as a bit of a scouting move. And, well, this hasn't happened for the past, few minutes. So the fact that the spiderlings leave any sort of farming space is a bit of a tell, right? They're like, well, something. They're trying to figure out something. And Mobile doesn't want them to have that understanding. So I go for this bit of a backstab move. Sweden strong. Putting himself up onto the high ground for now, acting as a bit of a ward.
Let's see Alex.
They found the right target.
And low skill with the jump. Remnant over the top as well. They'll kill the Snapfire. It can look to rejoin, but they might even lose the Crystal Maiden as well. It's both supports. Food for Radiant, but they're going to be cautious inside the river. Lauren up. They weren't able to get the follow-up summon. Now low skill. It's a pretty big doom, but the damage follow-up's not there. Morphling standing strong, but he's going to be in trouble for the moment. Morphling. He'll get blown up, and our Radiant, can they get more out of this as well as Mixer getting chased down, but the gobble up from Alex will keep him alive. And no Ancient Tribe, it's a heavy commitment to Morphling. He bought back.
The stun.
They might be able to get Lorenov. Looks like he's out of Remnants. There's going to be no escape here for the Ember Spirit. Buybacks are available. Someone needs to go to mid as well. The creeps are inside the base. It might be Megas soon.
Kadara's just playing tower defense right now. I think they need to just give up this Roshan. The fact that they got 3 buybacks out of them, including on the Morphling, is going to be seen as a big win. They're going to just try and close this one out. Surely you just play the safe route. You know that Roshan's not far away from spawning, and, well, there we go. They've got the information.
I don't think you can fight this as well on PuckChamp with Doom being on cooldown currently.
No, I don't think so. Someone might have an extra life, but they're down 3 lives total, right? Just off the back of those buybacks. So I think they just need to wait for everything to be back up again. If they can afford for Ember Spirit to save the buyback as well, of course, that's going to be fantastic. It might mean that he can purchase out like a refresher orb or something like that and just completely just go in on the back lines and take him out, because again, you saw that the supports were the main target, right? Alex, number 1, yeah. LeBron, number 2. They just take away a lot of that control, and really nice Glimmer Cape as well by Sweden Strong that allowed the Doom to get back to safety, at least for a little bit.
Let's see if the call is going to be to buy back to protect the barracks. And it looks like it will not be. So once again, Mega Creeps will be on the cards here.
They've even got a Wraith Pact as well, but Little Shredder deals with that one pretty quickly.
At least Emperor won't be forced to buy back. And it looks like Ancient Tribe, they're going to look to try and reset. Get the creeps inside the base. And just a quick check on that Roche as well in some of the components. The Aghanims was given...
Oh. Sorry, he's...
No,
he was looking at potentially making a play out to low skill there, but well, with low skill's positioning, he at least forces the BKB out of the DK, so probably you're like, all right, he's got all the items that reduce cooldown under the sun, so we can breathe a sigh of relief for 30 seconds, and you know, maybe that's all that they need to get low skill to his level 25, but he's got to be very careful with how deep he's going out into this lane.
Don't worry, Mother, I'm still here.
Always just farm under the cover of the Ninja Gear with this Scorched Earth, but yeah, you hope some of the brothers aren't here.
Hope.
Again, Frun's still using Freezing Field to farm Ancients. Yeah, again, just want to highlight Lil Pleb. He was able to pick up the Scepter from Roche. They gave him the Aegis, so off the back of that buyback, a little bit of protection. You've got Refresher Shard and Cheese on Mixer as well, so potentially seeing this a double arena come out for the Mars. Nice to see. I mean, it's been a rough game for PuckChamp, but maybe some camaraderie coming out with some of the voice lines. Just your knees is 25.
I still kind of feel like the Morphling wants to, with that Ags, get onto the Doom if he can. You know, that status resistance is going to be really effective. Even just stealing the stats alone. You know, Doom's a fairly tanky boy with all of that strength gain. So close to 25 as well, but they're going to go.
Lies protected by the Aeontis, but the Nullify instantly coming out from Lil Pleb. They'll get the kill onto the Broodmother, who does have a buyback, so it can look to rejoin. Refresh up. Oh, they're going to look to get the jump in. Low skill. A 4-stuff. Double 4-stuff. Preb, he's protected for the moment. They can turn it back around. Look at them standing strong. Low skill's going to look to reposition back inside the base. He'll use the secondary Doom. This time it's going to be onto the Morphling. There's just no damage follow-up though. Morphling, he can stand strong. They even tickled the first life as well. 2 down, and they're both diebacks, and it looks like finally, it's been such a long series, such a long game 3, but Ancient Tribe, what a statement series for them, being able to take down one of the closed qualified teams in PuckChamp.
One of the potential favorites coming through as well. PuckChamp, they're no joke, but Ancient Tribe just dismantled them with this draft. Another great spear coming through. And well, a well-deserved win for this squad that's, you know, had a few recent additions. Alex.